All right, guys, we're back. Tribal football, and this time around, we missed him a lot, even though he has one or two issues. But our prayers did not go in vain. He came back. He's looking good, feeling all fly, all dovey. Modo, my homeboy, is back.
Wait. Since I want to come back, let me take over this show for the next 1 minute. Let me try. All right, eyes on the camera. Make a try do Edwin small. Hello guys, good afternoon. My name is Victor Modo and welcome once again to the Tribal Football Show.
Oh shit! Good to have you back, Modo.
Thanks, man.
Of course, he got a stern warning for the management, and this time around, he came fully clothed. All those laps. Wait, Bakole, the whole idea of coming on set with shorts, the laps, who are you trying to impress? Is it our producers? Is it our audience? I don't understand.
So the thing is, you asked around about me.
Yeah.
I've always been very comfortable with shorts.
Okay.
Jamodo,
they look at
it's my identity.
When they use baritone.
It is my identity. So I will adjust.
Yeah, sure. You have to.
In the orders of management. You will manage.
All right. So you know what to expect on this show now. It's all fun, but insightful analysis, plenty of entertainment, and it's not boring. Talking about boring, I know you guys know where I'm going to. There's a certain team in the Premier League, currently top of the league, 6 points difference in this moment, and they've been accused of being boring. I'm talking about Arsenal Football Club. Now, if you go on social media, you listen to other media outlets, it's one common theme. Arsenal are boring. And Arsenal fans are infuriated. They're like, you guys are targeting us unjustly. But if you look at it critically, you look at the style of play, the goals and all that stuff, are the critics wrong? Would you, or wouldn't you agree with them that in this moment, yes, they are top of the league. In the Premier League, Arsenal is boring.
Do you want to go first?
I beg. See. Okay, let me just say this. Point blank and simple.
What do you want to say?
Right? The only reason
why
you are creating a tag to put Arsenal under is because you are unable to unravel what they currently have going on. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Yeah.
It never concerned me when they said Abramovich was buying the league for Chelsea. It doesn't concern me when they say we are playing mechanic football. It didn't concern me when they say we are packing the bus. What matters is at the end of 38 freaking matches, who goes home with that trophy?
What?
Who gets in the Champions League store? No matter, bros.
Wait,
bros.
Okay.
If Arsenal win the league today, they will say 2025-2026 champions Arsenal, not 2025-2026 boring football champions Arsenal. So it's pointless, right? You don't like their style of play. Create a system for yourself to make them unravel and play more free-flowing football. But if you cannot solve the Arsenal way of ensuring they get 3 points, my friend, go and sit down. I'm a Chelsea fan. Go and sit down.
But football is an art. Football is beautiful. But football should bring out the color. Do you get? But when you watch, I feel like when you watch Arsenal, it is again, they are the best team in the league without a doubt.
One of the greatest managers in the world, Jose Mourinho, got his titles from basically being efficient.
I don't agree with
being
you.
efficient, not being beautiful.
If you watch Jose's team, Jose had wingers who were entertaining. Jose had wingers. If you start with Damien Dove and Ian Ruben, you had the flying wingers. Then you had the guile and ingenuity of Cole and the likes.
Mourinho don't do Boko Haram football for you before.
But see, Mourinho's Boko Haram football is
where necessary, right?
Thank you very much.
Good.
It is targeted
Arsenal has
at a
discovered
particular opinion.
that they need martial arts and dark arts at this time to win the. Baba, you know how many years, bro? You know how many years they have had near success syndrome, repeatedly playing the so-called Arsene Wenger free-flowing football. Oh, we are an expressive side. Baba, if you need to join, if you need to join Oboni, to win Premier League, join Oboni.
Bro, you have
join the Oboni.
You have own goal in this moment where this show is recorded. You have own goal as your second top scorer. My brother, how now?
Abeg, save me from this.
How now? own goal again.
I beg, save me from this guy.
Are they the best team in the Premier League? Yes. Are they boring? I think they are boring. Two truths can coexist.
So here's the thing. I don't think Arsenal being boring is a problem. First of all,
again, it's not. I don't think it's a problem.
So you might not think it's a problem, but whenever people come up with this conversation, whenever people ask the questions, is Arsenal boring? Is Arsenal still? The intention is to paint them as a bad side. The intention is to take credit away from what they are doing. Okay. And I think that's problematic. I think the problem is not if Arsenal is being boring. I think the problem is the Premier League is boring as a whole. I don't
think it is a Premier League problem.
We were talking of small things. It just can't break the table.
I don't think it's a Premier League problem.
Break the table. Bankole, break the table.
Which table you want to
break the table?
How do you wait? Bankole, relax. Against Manchester United, let us rejig our memory. Against Manchester United, Bukayo Saka won the corner kick. And you saw him grinning from ear to ear. You saw the Arsenal get excited when they get corner kicks than when they try to create goals from open play.
So let me tell you something.
I don't understand.
There are about 3 teams in the Premier League that get excited when they get throw-ins close to your 18-yard box.
Fine.
You can see
none of those teams are at the top of the table.
No, Edwin,
I don't understand you.
Problem. So you look at the Premier League, and like I said, the product at this moment is very boring. And the gap between
I think it's limited to some teams.
The gap between Arsenal and the rest, I think is marginal. And for you,
you think it's marginal?
And for you to be the best in a league that the gap is marginal, you have to be efficient at something.
Fact.
So do you think? Look, Arsenal and United.
Yeah.
I think the difference in their set piece goals is just a few. Same thing with Chelsea. Same thing with City. So it's not. You know the difference between Arsenal and these teams you mentioned. These teams find creative ways outside of corner kicks. Okay.
To score goals.
Have these teams scored more goals than Arsenal?
Again.
No.
Relax.
You cannot shoot down.
Let us look at. You want to crunch the numbers, Abi?
You cannot shoot down. You cannot shoot down Arsenal and their ability to be creative with corner kicks. Yeah. When they have actually scored more goals from corner kicks and scored also goals from open plays. Generally, combined, they've scored more goals than anybody in the league. So you don't get that by relying on set piece only. So I think painting the picture of corner kick FC is very wrong. You are discrediting what Arsenal have done.
So in terms of league standings or goals scored, only Manchester at this moment Arsenal has 46 goals to their credit this season. Man City has 49. Bros, the point is who you call boring is basically outscoring every other person in this league.
Okay, so here's Arsenal's breakdown
of their goals. Yes. I'm listening. Hit it.
So 48% of their goals open play.
Okay.
31% of their goals from set piece. 10% of their goals from
where?
Own goals.
3%,
7%, penalty. Then 2% from counter attack.
Can you crunch the numbers?
No, check for Manchester United. No, go far. Don't do
so,
we don't continue. We don't continue. Do Man U.
I don't have this start for Manchester United.
No, you need to do Man U.
While I'm talking.
Don't worry, we go wait. Yes, make it explain.
So while
go wait.
While you are calling all of this percentage, I also have a percentage for you. For the first time since the 2010s, there are about 30% set piece goals in the Premier League all through the season. Which is the highest. So this is not an Arsenal problem. You have Brentford, you have Sunderland, even Chelsea are scoring corner kicks.
Look at the teams you are mentioning now. Look at the teams you are mentioning now.
Okay, let's go to the top half of the table. Okay? Take away Arsenal. Look at the other teams that are competing with Arsenal. And how bad they've been. If to a certain extent they have solved or matched Arsenal in terms of having that level of efficiency in corner kicks, we'll probably be having a better title race than this. We'll probably be having a much more exciting top 4 race than this. So it is not about Arsenal. They are just better than everybody. They are better.
I'm not saying they are not better than. I'm not saying they are not better than everybody.
The reason I just don't like the fact that people are always emphasizing, always highlighting the corner FC side.
Bro, because what other teams? So again, arriving at getting the corner kick is not the problem. I'm not saying it's the problem. my issue with Arsenal is that it is their go-to strategy now. When you watch other teams, relax. When you watch other teams play,
okay.
For example, you watch Man City play. Now, the end goal is not to get set piece.
The end goal is to do what?
The end goal is to create chance. Now, if you
the end goal can be to create chance. You have an
relax now.
It's easy to create chance before you have Haaland up front.
Let me talk now. Let me relax.
They
got a guy who scored 55 goals before coming to Arsenal now.
Okay.
So you watch Arsenal, and I think their over-reliance on set piece has somehow
dampened their play.
Not just their play. You look at their wide forwards, they've lost that spark. They've lost that ingenuity. They've lost that spontaneity. For example, Bukayo Saka.
Okay.
You look at statistically, he has XYZ number of assists. But when you watch him play, that explosive Saka we saw a couple of seasons ago. Let me round up.
Okay.
That's explosive Saka we saw a couple of seasons ago where he's going to take on his man. He's going to cut. You don't know where he's going to.
Okay.
But right now, Saka, all he does is route one. He gets to the byline and he puts in a cross. He knows that if the cross doesn't go in, he hits a defender and it goes into a corner kick situation. Rather than trying to beat his man in creative ways and make him unpredictable, Saka has become very predictable, and that is why this season he scored just 4 goals. You look at all their the other attackers too; they've lost that ingenuity. And for Arsenal, the number of counter-attacking situations they have, because Premier League in this moment is a transitional league, back and forth. Yes. But Arsenal don't capitalize on transition situation because maybe I'm going to another conversation. He doesn't want chaos, Mikel Arteta, and that lack of chaos has also ensured that they're a boring team. That's just the truth.
Okay, let me just say this, right?
Yeah.
If you have, and what's this boy's name again that left from Chelsea to Arsenal? Good.
Madueke.
Now, if you have Madueke on the ball,
no goal.
No, hold on.
No goals.
Hold on. If you have Madueke on the ball, or have Saka on the ball, who gets the ball and runs at you more direct? Who runs at the defender directly between the both of them?
Madueke.
Good. Saka has never been the so-called explosive winger you're saying. See what I mean? Bro.
Yes.
Bro, we fell in love with the Saka.
No,
boss. And just hold on. See, we fell in love with the Saka that was way more thoughtful than a straight bullet train. Saka will hold the ball and can decide to slow the game down, explode if he wants, cut back. You see, Saka is more like he's a number 10 that's actually a winger. Madueke is a one-way forward. You put the ball there, you face and you go. Bros, if you're dividing explosive forwards and for us now, you can give us Madueke if he plays. You can give us their right winger, number 11. What's that name? Martinelli. Bro, Saka is not in your explosive winger box. No, Saka is way more thoughtful than they put in that box. That's what I mean.
For this Saka conversation, once again, I'll refer you to the entire Premier League.
Yeah.
Go to Manchester City and look at their wingers.
Yeah.
Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden.
Yeah.
How many goals have this guy scored?
It's like saying Bernardo Silva.
Wait. Are you saying we don't criticize these guys?
No. I'm saying
we criticize these guys too.
I am saying
we criticize them
maybe
too.
the problem is not an Arsenal problem.
Good.
It's a Premier League problem.
But how can you criticize me for being boring?
Are you invariably?
If you are highlighting Saka's lack of numbers,
you
should also look at Chelsea and Pedro Neto, Garnacho. Look at Newcastle with Gordon, who has scored.
Are you invariably saying that this potential Arsenal title win is down to the fact that the league is poor?
No.
Look,
that's what you're saying.
I'm a Chelsea fan. I will love to see. No.
You said the league is generally.
It's down to the fact that Arsenal have clearly been better than everybody.
Bro, you said it earlier.
Arsenal have clearly been better than everybody. It's not about the league being poor. It's about the league being boring.
You said the quality of the league is down.
I didn't say the quality of the league is down. I said the league is boring. It's the same way you said Arsenal are the better team, but they are boring.
Bros,
2 things can be true.
Bros, facts, right? Anybody that
is Arsenal boring.
No, boss, wait. Boss, hold on. Boss, hold on.
Now, you agree that Arsenal boring.
Boss, hold on.
Problem. You are making it sound
I'm not saying it's a problem. I never said it's a problem.
The intention behind is Arsenal boring. It is not an intention to paint Arsenal as a good team.
I said,
boss.
Don't forget, I said Arsenal is the best team.
Boss, listen.
But they are boring.
See, wait, no, hold on. See, let's clarify something, right? You're calling a team boring and not entertaining. This team is top of the Premier League table. This team finished the Champions League. Hold on. This team finished top of the Champions League groupings. This team that you call boring, not creative, not entertaining, whatever you
bro, anyone when Juventus won the league under what's your manager? Milan's manager. Allegri. It's boring now. Juventus were not entertaining now.
Listen,
it's not a bad thing.
Bottom line is, anyone, see, I'm a Chelsea fan, I'll say it straight. Anyone that's complaining about Arsenal's style of play, Arsenal's use of set pieces or whatever, you're only complaining because you have not found a way to make these advantages work for you, or you've not found a way to break it down when you play against them. Bro, if you want to be the best, you have to find the ways to ensure that you are ahead of it, even if it means putting just a nose in front of the line to cut that ribbon as you cross. Year after year, we've said Arsenal has been so close but never ever touches it, and all this time they have been our supposed perfect side. Oh, they are the ones to save football. You get why those we call the bane of existence of football have been winning the league. Because if it takes them being dirty, nasty, and crazy people, or whatever you call it, as you said, boring, to win the league, let them win. See, Arsenal says, see, listen. At the end of this season, right? When season end, if now not win this league, not be boring go be the topic. They go still say una be Ayoso ran. You understand? Una know they ever finish. So if you need to go join Boko Haram or join Ogboni to ensure say end of 38 weeks, now you go there on top. Join the Ogboni, join Boko Haram, just ensure say at 38 weeks, now you win league. Because at the end of him when they say you boring, go see Jack you join Ajay.
Okay, you know what? I don't want us to dwell too much on Arsenal boring and whatnot. We agree that they are boring. We agree that the league is boring.
I don't agree, but no
one.
I agree that the Premier League is boring.
Yes.
Okay.
Arsenal also boring. And the league is boring. Yeah, we are.
Arsenal is not boring. I'm concerned.
The Premier League is boring.
Is Man City boring?
Yes.
Who?
Let's go to Man City.
You can't call Arsenal boring and call Man City exciting. There is no way.
I think City also boring.
There is no way.
Sorry.
But
just to be
beyond
clear,
that,
which team in the Premier League is exciting to you? Let us even understand what you mean by exciting. Give me a team that's exciting.
The fact that you have to think about
Please don't disappoint me. I use God beg you. Don't disappoint
I'm not thinking
me.
now.
Don't disappoint me.
You are that thinking.
Who's exciting?
I was not thinking.
Bros, who's exciting?
So I thought at some point City were exciting until their bad form. I thought they were exciting. They were playing exciting football.
I don't think so.
I thought Chelsea in bits and parts. What's funny? I thought Chelsea in bits and parts. Now,
this season,
so let me tell you something. Chelsea not winning game is different from Chelsea being boring. Okay. Chelsea were not winning games. Chelsea were suspect in defense. Chelsea were conceding goals, but at no point will you watch a Chelsea game and feel like, oh, you didn't get at least a modicum of value from Chelsea's game. It was always end to end. Games that are end to end are generally exciting. When you watch Arsenal, by design, again, it is more of a design for Arsenal.
And you get mind
to control chaos.
And you get mind.
By design, Arsenal's games are not entertaining. But when you watch other teams, even the Liverpool game,
just land.
Yes, in terms of quality, you won't get it. But in terms of enjoyable game for neutrals, end to end, you have Liverpool, you have Chelsea. Yes. Manchester United in some parts, particularly under Michael Carrick, it's not exciting. You have Newcastle also, you have more end-to-end games when you're not watching Arsenal.
My problem here is you talked about a team that's exciting and you mentioned Manchester City and you said Arsenal wants to control chaos. Man City is the king and queen and Bale and O'Neill of controlling chaos.
Why is City boring now?
So
the same thing.
You mentioned them in the name of exciting.
And I said yes.
How dare you call Man City exciting and Arsenal boring?
At the start, wait. Let me answer him. At the start of this season, City were scoring for fun.
Bro, for 8 years they have been controlling chaos.
Relax now.
They have never. There is no season they never control chaos.
No. While Alan was scoring,
at some point was the second.
While Alan was scoring, true. Other players started to step up. That was when Foden went on the run. Foden went on the run now.
Explain run of how many goals?
Foden went on the run. Foden went on the run
from August down to the last part of November. It was about Alan scoring.
Foden went on the run of 6 to 7 games.
We did a show where we talked about Alan.
Yes,
being
and
the
they stepped up.
And the second highest goal scorer was
are you telling me Foden did step up at some point this season?
I'm telling you that at some point in this season, it was a run from the latter part of November down to the latter part of December. Since then, where's Foden been?
That's what I'm telling you.
What's Foden been? What's shaking? How many goals has he scored? The run that you're talking about consisted of how many goals?
And he has scored more than all Arsenal players. He has scored more than Arsenal players. He has scored more than Arsenal players. 6 or 7 goals this season.
That's more than Jokeres.
That's what I'm telling you.
That's not more than Jokeres.
In the league, he scored more than Jokeres.
That's not more than Jokeres.
Jokeres has 6 goals in the league.
But you said 6 or 7 goals.
That's what I'm saying.
So how many goals?
A guy that you say has not been scoring has same or more goals than Arsenal's top scorer. That's what I'm telling you.
I don't agree.
What you don't agree? Reinders had the same number of goals as Saka. You are saying
so Saka has been missing for about 2 months in this season.
That's what I'm telling you. So I'm telling you that at the start of the season, whilst City Haaland was scoring most of the goals, City were open and excited. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think
that's
so.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying goals.
I vehemently disagree.
Liverpool were conceding, but the game was end to end.
Liverpool were not conceding; they were losing.
They were losing, but it was end to end.
Bottom line in this.
So Edwin.
Yeah.
Sorry, let me.
Yeah.
You talked about your definition of excitement being end to end.
Yes.
Which means there is a problem. Both teams are making mistakes.
It's not a problem.
Yes.
Actually,
it's not a problem.
Both teams are making mistakes.
Mistakes have to be made.
Yes.
So both teams are making mistakes.
For a game to be consistent.
I don't agree with that definition.
Yes, it's true.
For goals to be scored. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
You cannot score a goal unless your other team makes a mistake.
That's a lie.
So for Arsenal,
that's not true. That's a reductive definition.
So for Arsenal, the reason why their games are not end to end is because for a larger part of the season, they have significantly negated the weakness of conceding goals. Right? So that makes them what?
And it has went. And also,
no.
Also,
so wait, I'm not done.
How many chances do they create from open play?
I'm not done.
How many chances do they create from open play? They are making it look like.
No.
They are making it look like.
No, Edwin, I'm not done.
Being defensive.
Listen.
And not being attacked.
I'm not done.
Okay. Director, do you have whistle? Let me do umpire.
Yeah.
They have successfully negated the weakness of conceding goals.
Yes.
While also being the second highest goal scorer in the league.
With what?
With 46 goals.
With how many from set piece?
3 lesser than Man City.
Let's talk about Pep. Let's talk about Pep. As he ran his course.
Pep Guardiola.
And Man City. Do you think it's time for him to say, you know what? 10 years, I don't try, make her go.
Pep can stay for as long as he wants to.
I know he can stay.
Pep is still going to be the best manager in the Premier League in this set. Fact. See, if we have 4 next leagues from now onwards, and the next 4, if you have to put your money, you put your money on Pep winning 2.
What are the guarantees?
Judging
from what we saw last season and this season.
Bro, if I'll put my money on Pep winning 2.
You put your money on Pep.
Correct.
Why?
I have a question. I have a quick question. Who came second last season? Arsenal,
yeah.
Good. Season before that, who came first?
Man City.
The one before that?
Man City.
Now, who's second?
Man City.
So if you put your money on somebody if there are 4 new seasons, if you put your money on somebody coming first, 2 out of the 4, statistics shows that they have been either first or third in the last 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Pretty much, first or third, max. You understand? So if I'm a betting man, I'll put my money on Pep Guardiola and City.
But Bankole says not going to put his money.
So the thing is, the reason why I won't put my money on Pep is the team that went on a run,
went
on that fun Premier League winning, is significantly different from the team that we're seeing.
Definitely.
Okay.
Aside from Haaland, that was present in the treble.
Yes.
And probably the likes of Bernardo Silva, who has also declined.
Okay.
I think it's quite clear that in terms of quality, he has declined.
True.
And for Pep Guardiola, this is not an insult to him or anything. I think he's suffering from the fact that in terms of talent pool, there is a much more level playing ground now. You don't have, there is a much more level playing ground.
I just picked what I just picked agenda from what you said now.
And for a Manchester City that is a heavy possession-based team, you need a player with a certain X factor. That is something Pep has always enjoyed all through his career. From Messi to the Ribery and Robben to the Kevin De Bruyne, at Manchester City. And right now, you can't see anybody who can make that difference consistently. You don't have any player who you know, is
so are you saying that without top level players, Pep cannot win titles?
Yes. Without top level players, no manager can win titles.
So if I am going to
with the way Pep has won titles, without top level players, no manager can replicate what Pep did.
Okay, so
wait. Are you telling me are you telling me that Pep cannot win the Serie A without Pioli's Milan?
Pioli's, I don't think he can.
Okay, so listen, see. Right from when Guardiola, first of all, let's give him credit. When Guardiola when he took the reins in Barcelona, right, they were not the quote and unquote, you have all the top players in the world. Aside from Messi being there, a lot of They were
coming from a Champions League winning squad about 2 years ago. They had Henry, they had a certain Ronaldo, they had Iniesta, they had Eto'o, they had Xavi.
I know, but
all of these guys were present.
A lot of these guys were still phased out, mostly in their attacking. A lot of these guys were still phased out, mostly after that, and the Eto'o and the
players now.
Hold on,
I mean,
yes,
and Eto'o still this first season.
Some of them got phased out, right? But he still found a way to consistently rotate, even when he promoted from the academy. He found a way to get the right quality into the right places. As much as we say Guardiola works with the best players only and can't survive with that, we need to still give him credit for those that he promoted, those that he identified and made them basically the best in the world in their positions.
So when people talk about Guardiola promoting people from the academy, how many academy products made an impact in that Barcelona team that is not in Busquets? In the starting 11.
That's not
he must give
their breakthrough.
What of relatively unknown?
You must give credit.
What of relatively unknown?
You must give credit to Pedro too. Pedro was good.
Pedro was a super sub.
Okay.
But he was good.
He was good, no doubt.
What of Sanchez?
No doubt. Sanchez came from Udinese.
I know, but at what level?
He came from Udinese. He was not from the academy.
He was
at what level?
One of the best wingers in Serie A. Best young wingers in Serie A.
He was not from the La Masia. The perception of a lot of football fans is that he came and he brought everybody in from the La Masia and they lived happily ever after. No. Aside from Sergio Busquets, I need somebody to name me a player that made an impact in the starting 11 from the La Masia. That he brought in from La Masia.
I like this agenda.
In ordinarily saying, aside from Sergio Busquets, right? Imagine taking a certain Sergio Busquets, right? Sending away Yaya Toure because of him, trusting him with the keys to the castle, and giving him what he needs to become the best player in his position. Arguably today, the best central midfielder currently playing, even though he's next to going out.
He's out already.
Yeah, basically, over the last 10 years
he redefined the role. He redefined the role of a DM.
Just like you say Makelele role, you basically have that Sergio Busquets role. And Pep made that happen.
Yeah, a lot of managers have done that. So he's not special. You look at the Milan side.
This guy no agree.
No, but I mean, we need to give him the credit for even doing that.
Nobody's taking the credit away from him.
Yeah.
But we're just saying that in terms of his career, from Barcelona down to Manchester City, he has been lucky to work with players who you would regard as X-factor players.
Yeah.
Lucky to work with players who you would consider world-class players. And right now, that the talent pool has declined significantly.
He's struggling.
You can clearly see that there is a line between Pep Guardiola struggling and the level of talent available to him.
Let us even talk about him struggling. Him struggling at this moment. He's second in the Premier League.
Yeah.
At him struggling.
So
I know he has some embarrassing losses. No.
Not some.
No. I know he has some. Hold on now. I know he has some embarrassing losses, mostly in the Champions League, because some of those things, you know if you believe them. Yes, I know. But bro, if I have 50,000 naira today, and you say Guardiola stays in the Premier League for the next 4 years, with the way Man City is run, and you ask me to put my money on the person I think will win 2 out of 4 next titles, even you, despite this argument, you put your money on Guardiola, because tomorrow morning they feel sack Liam, they feel sack Arne Slot. But you see Guardiola, with the way Man City is run, he stays there for the next 4 years. He adds quality to his side, and he will win 2 out of the next 4 Premier League titles.
The problem is the quality. Fact. Is that we've seen this from last season. You look at the amount he spent in the transfer window. Yeah. About over 200 million in general.
Yes. Yeah.
Brought in Mamouche, brought in Kusanov,
yes.
Brought in Nico Gonzalez, brought in all of these guys, and yet he could only muster a third place finish. This summer also, he brought in Reinders, brought in Ryan Cherky, brought in...
He spent over half a billion in 1 year.
In 1 year. Yeah. And yet we are still seeing cracks. We are still seeing, a Guardiola that is not guaranteed of top 4.
Yes, here's my opinion about Guardiola. I think that Pep Guardiola has never managed a team that is not, in the moment he joined them, top 2.
Absolutely.
That's my own opinion. Absolutely. And Pep Guardiola is the guy who takes you from A. Most managers will take you from A to B or C. Pep Guardiola can take you from A
to A plus.
Not A plus, from A to J. Do you get? He has that ability to put you in a place where it feels like, you know what, nobody's touching us. But on the balance of play, on the balance of squad depth, I think I agree with you. You need certain X-factor players to manage. You look at that Manchester United team, 2013, Sir Alex Ferguson's final season in the Premier League.
Yeah,
I don't think Pep will win the Premier League title.
Pep won't get to the final of the Champions League with Inter Milan. The Inter Milan side that Inzaghi got to the final of the Champions League twice. Are you? I'm absolutely certain. He won't get to the final of the Champions League twice with Inter Milan.
Go.
You know what, guys? This whole Pep and I think I'll tilt towards Modo more. He's done it before. 6 Premier League titles, no be my. You know what? We'll leave it for our audience. You guys should just leave a comment. Don't roast me, Arsenal fans. Make una no roast me. Play boring football. Play better football. I go enjoy una. When I no roast me. Man City fans. Na Bankole una go face so.
Suya.
How many of them?
Not 2 of them.
All right, guys. Let's leave this whole European football. Let's come home. They say charity begins at home, but every time I go home, I don't see charity. But that's on the side. Rivers United. So when they got that point against Power Dynamos away from home, myself and Bankole on a different platform, we said, even though you will not qualify, at least have a respectable point haul. You now came home and you lost to no disrespect to Zambian football, you lost to a Zambian team on home soil. Who does that? I know this is not the first time we've lost to a Zambian team.
Okay,
but
good.
Again,
let us be clear.
This is 2026. 1 point in a group that has Powers Dynamo. We scored only 1 goal. We've considered 6. No, we. Rivers United have considered 6. They scored 1 goal. Just a couple of weeks ago, the NFF technical director, in the person of Austin Eguavon, said, Eric Chia, you know do well. You should have taken 1 or 2 players from the NPFL to the AFCON. Are these the players, guys? Wow. I like as you sit up. Modo, you are a stakeholder in this NPFL.
Please.
Rivers United currently top the league.
No, they are not. I think they are second. They are second on the log.
They have games in hand. Okay, so I'm not wrong. They will win the games in hand. Rivers United, top of They're the best team in the country.
Okay, so let me just say this, right? Yeah. For every NPFL follower, right, the result over the weekend was disappointing, right? Yeah. Because Rivers United is like the best team locally, has some of the best managers per se. You look at Finidi George, experience from academy in Spain, and also he has won the league here. NFF assistant to Pesaro for more than 2 years. That's experience. You also have Kochiyama, assistant at Eyimba at MFM, now at Rivers United, has also held the reins at Van Dresser before, and even Eyimba for a brief period. Ordinarily, that's a star-studded team you put together.
By whose standard?
Call it whatever. Star-studded team you put together in the technical area. But I would just say the run has been disappointing. And it is emblematic of the entire... It just shows what Nigerian league football at the moment is. I spoke with someone that runs an academy today. You get, because we are starting an academy in Delta. We've just not gone all out. I spoke with someone that has an academy today, and he told me something. He said that players for Nigerian league now, even the academy at the moment, many of them go feed us waka, enter Europe straight away. And I told him that we have example, but I said, no worry. Exception doesn't necessarily have to be the rule.
Yeah, it's not the norm.
Generally, right, we need to do a lot more about talent development at the grassroots level.
Damn.
And give opportunities to to young players to actually thrive. You get it? And because, I mean, I watched that game, and the little I could get out of it, and for the life of me, I saw no reason why. I mean, we were not necessarily the worst side. No, right? But they just contained us better and got the goal that mattered. You know what I'm saying? We need to have, I mean, I've seen local league coaches complain about this before, right? They have said, we just need a new crop of players totally. You get, but in reality, it's not about the new crop of players. We need to have a concerted plan in the local league for talent development to ensure that we can not only compete with other leagues around Africa, let me just say that, as painful as it is, other leagues around Africa, but we can also create enough talent locally to actually sell for proper value. The value that Nigerian league players leave the league for is annoying. I'm currently involved in a negotiation where at the moment what we are looking at all in all is 100,000 euros for the entire league, a loan of 20,000, 80,000 commitment to complete it if they go through to buy. But there are other leagues that you call in lesser regions per se, where there's a lot more value added on first time deals. You get, all of this can only be corrected if we get the talent pool right. We need to do something about our talent pool. But I'll say this straightforward before I leave this stage for now. Yeah. I'll say it straightforward. Nigerian football you want to see, Nigerian league football you want to see, is not going to grow past what it is now until such a time as when the masses, the Nigerians, come back to taking Nigerian league seriously. Because let me explain. Let me explain, right? Still, listen, right? The league cannot grow beyond the amount of interest it generates. People always say that.
Is it a good product?
No. Just hold on, right? No, see, listen, the league cannot grow beyond the amount of interest it generates. Let me explain. You need money for talent development. You need money for better academies. Yeah. You need money for even better broadcasting. Yeah. You need money, right? Now, this money comes from two sources. It either comes from government or the owners, or it comes from corporate sector realizes that this is where Nigerians are interested in. And they go there and they put money there. I've said it before. I've said it to the chairman sports commission that quite frankly, we need the government to declare a state of emergency in sport, go out of their way to do. I describe it as the level of information campaign we did for Ebola. We need to employ the same for Nigerian league football to try to win the masses back to it, because we need, at this point, we either invest at government level, or the masses look at it like, if we don't adopt the league back as our own, I call it community relations. A lot of clubs are not doing enough in that to draw the masses in. But if we don't get the community, if as Coca-Cola, for example, or as Monkey Shoulder, or as Pepsi, right? I realize that if I want to connect with the Nigerian population in Agege, or in Onikon, or in Lagos, the best place to go to do it, aside from putting a billboard, is to go to the club that they have adopted as their own, irrespective of a level that club is at. If I realize that to reach Nigerian masses, I have to go through this that matters to them. Yeah. Today, if the two top teams in Nigerian league are playing, first of all, the clubs are not blameless. They are terrible. A lot of them are terrible at community relations here. But the two top teams in the Nigerian Premier League are playing today, and Arsenal is playing a Bournemouth or one other person, you have a lot of fans that are going to swear by standing in front of that television set. Now, why that might offer the more entertaining football, the Nigerian league we want to see that is going to grow to a level where we can pick it over Arsenal, right, cannot grow unless we consciously as a people adopt that league as our own and say, na so e be abi. Nah, so bad. May we go there.
No. That you are emotionally blackmailing Nigerians.
But it's a fact.
You are emotionally black. The reason why they stand to watch Arsenal on TV is because
it's the product.
It's because the product is good.
Need more. Do you know how much is spent on Premier League broadcast?
I'm not even talking about. Since
2018, we have not had a broadcaster. I can tell you why. Let me tell you why. Yeah. DSTV pulled out because they had to produce, and they had to. Wait. DSTV had to produce, and they also had to still carry the content. And just 1 second, right? Now, the amount of money needed, you get to quote and unquote give you an entertaining product you get that it's even going to draw you closer. Still takes money. You get, but however, if everything is going sideways, you understand, that money you are hoping, except government comes in and says we want to do an intervention fund to just up the level of everything and then build a PR campaign on the fact that we up the level of everything. If the people that are meant to consume the major product, you get, because before you sell abroad, before you beam to Ghana, before you beam to North Korea in your league, the main people meant to consume that product are your immediate community. If the main people meant to consume that product don't give a damn about you, there's no reason why any investor needs to put one kobo of his money into it. So I am not denying the fact that the league managers are being terrible at community relations. Yes, I know that for a fact, but we have a lot of Nigerians say, oh, see, as Nigerian League B, it needs to be better. The only way it can consciously be better, right, is if we realize that as much as we love the Premier Leagues and the this and that and that and that, right, if we want this league to get to a level we want it to get to, we have to, and that's why I said that we need to have an information campaign at the level that they did the Ebola campaign. We need to consciously bring people to realize that this is ours and we need to get it back to the exact level we need it. You get, if not, now here we did, now here we did. It will not change in the next 10 years.
So the thing is, if you run an Ebola campaign, you try to drag the attention of people to the league, what exactly will keep their attention?
Okay, so sorry, because when I talk about products,
segment go long.
Wait.
Segment go long.
You know what, Modo, quick one. When I talk about products, I'm not talking about the total package.
Okay.
From production.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the football itself.
Exactly.
See, again, I don't want to speak ill of the league.
No, just tell me.
I've seen more than enough games.
Okay.
And the football on display, Modo.
Okay.
It's nothing to write home about.
Good.
Nothing.
And guess what? Right? See,
I'm not blaming the players like you said.
No, bro. The players have their blame. The coaches have their blame.
I won't totally blame the players.
The managers have their blame, right? I will say it for a fact, right? Okay, I will pick what you said, what keeps them when they come. I'll pick what you said, quality of play. First of all, the dream of every player that learns football in Nigeria is to do well enough in a half season to go over to the next league that pays me better. Yeah, on average, across the entire West African, let me just use the word, hemisphere, across East Africa, across North Africa, across Southern Africa, the Nigerian Professional Football League probably pays the lowest amount of money to professional footballers ever. It is not because they want to pay that amount. It all boils down to the value of the league. The league value only goes up when those that are the core consumers of this league show that the league matters. But there are players today on 250,000 salary per month. There are players, I will say for a fact, there are players on 150,000 salary a month. Right? There are still players on 600K. There is the 700K. A couple of seasons ago, we had the 1.2 million. Is the football good? Bro, see where I am coming from, right? Listen, see. Any of these players that play well. Okay, these guys gave a story. Shuname gave a story of his best player. His top scorer in the league now, Victor Modo. Yeah. His best player was balling. Rwanda brought money. And Mboma said, no, Baba, I know if you live on or don't try for me. When he heard the amount Rwanda League wanted to pay him, he told him, go. We will take care of your family. Go there and play the ball. You get every player of quality, of appreciable quality that does well for a half season, he is off the next season. He doesn't wait. You get, and that happens because there is generally no money in the league. Money in the league cannot come back except one of two things happen. Government just open the purse and say sports intervention fund, or the community comes back, shows the brands and businesses that we care about Ikorodu City, we care about Sporting Lagos that I am wearing and their jersey, we care about Eyimba enough, right? See, a brand needs to know that if you want to sell, example, Life Lager beer in Aba, you need to go and put your name on Eyimba jersey.
But there's a reason why you see me wear this Manchester United jersey.
Please tell me why.
Even though Manchester United have been rubbish.
Shock me, please. Shock me.
Do you get?
Why?
It's because in a period,
yes,
Manchester United have had success, and the success was not accidental. It's down to the fact that United play
Swansea
football. United play football.
Swansea United has fans.
At some point,
Forest has
at
fans.
some point, the level of football is not comparable.
Blackburn, their stadium is filled up every week.
Modo, let's go back.
Community relations.
Bro,
wait. What do you make you wear this jersey? It's not because Man U did well. What do you make you wear this jersey? The immediate community of Man U carried them on their back.
Relax. Wait, sorry, I'll give you time. Sorry. Modo, if you go back to the early noughties, the 2000s, it was easier. Even a Southwesterner was proud to be an Enyimba fan. Why? No, ask yourself why. In the South, you had Southerners proud to say Enyimba is my club. When Shooting Stars was Shooting Stars, you had, because at that point, the quality of football was so good that you didn't need to convince the average Nigerian to watch the game. But right now, the quality of football is bad.
Was this game on TV?
It wasn't really on TV. How many of those games? On the 90s.
Which the 90s season TV come out?
The 90s.
Which season TV come out this
That's what I'm saying.
Not 2017
I'm telling you of the early 2000s. How many NPFL games was on TV in the early 2000s?
You're saying at the time where television became a big deal, the football and the product of NPFL had declined.
No,
it wasn't worthy enough.
Bros.
That's what.
Okay, wait. Let me give you an example, right?
Okay.
If today Kano Pillars has a game, if their stadium is 30,000, 30,000 will be inside, 5,000 will be outside.
Yes.
Today.
Yes.
Right. Now, all of these things are what I call socio-economic factors, right? Another example, if today, so the only town that their crowd support has defied socioeconomic factors is Ibadan. Because if you go to Castina, it's almost any game in the corner, the stadium is almost filled. Maybe mostly always filled, right? Because if you look at options for entertainment, right? Options for, these are other things that will take my time during that time block. You don't have 1 million options. They have held on to the core things that were important in the society right from time, like football, for example. If you go to Kano, today, Kano Pillars fans, they guard Rabiu Ali Mama house for no reason. They go win match, they will go tell him, Mama, thank you for burning Rabiu Ali. You understand? Socioeconomic factors, right? A lot of quote unquote distractions, other entertainment forms and sources have not quote unquote taken over the society. There is a lot more, if I'll call it enlightenment, down here, right? So that's why I say the only club, the only town that has defied enlightenment per se, or social-economic factors is Ibadan, because whether Man U they play, whether Chelsea they play, you see those Baba that came from the generation of following shooting, not shooting, or shooting, and was shooting. You know, our stationary stores, they have stayed. They have been able to tell it to their children, and their children have come. I told Toby Adebodu something, that the old management of Shooting Stars did not do anything to bring the fans that used to come to their match. They did not do anything to keep the fans that come to their match, and they cannot do anything to bring the fans back to their match if they stopped coming. This management of Shooting Stars have taken community relations seriously. We have seen them engaging the community and saying, we are your own. Take us back. You understand? This is easier in Ibadan because it has almost been a tradition and a culture. In Lagos, Ikorodu is playing by 4 p.m. Right? You understand? That is close of work time. That is distinct time. That's that time. Ikorodu is playing in Onikon. Their name is Ikorodu City. Yeah. Ikorodu is over here. They are and they are over there. See, I handled the gate for MSM for 1 year. I'll probably the worst hit because I handled it the year television left. You know, but we did everything. We did town storming. We regularly tried to engage Agege, right? But we're fighting an uphill battle because for years TV had suffered. DSTV had suffered. They have been creating. They have been also broadcasting, and it was not a reasonable economic decision for them. You know, and the only way it makes sense economically, right, is if I know for a fact, right, that if I want to sell. Okay, sorry, I have a business, Mozero Studio. If I want to sell my photo studio, the way to sell my photo studio in Lagos is to go to Ikorodu City, the NPFL team in Lagos, to put my name there, right? If I can do that, at that moment, I'm looking for how to get visibility when they play. It matters, right? Start Times came back, but they ran. They were producing, they were broadcasting, and it was a nightmare to get advertisers in this space to put their product on it. That's why I have said consistently that except the government opens up their coffers and wants to declare a war on community relations to bring people back to football,
personally think the government
people
is the problem.
Need to come back.
I personally think the government
all
is the problem.
Those that argue that government should release ownership of their different clubs and this one, that one, bros. I'll say this one time and you can change the topic after this, bro. If the clubs held by government at this moment, if government pulls out from those league clubs in the NPFL and NL, for example, we'll basically not have a league. We are going to have a TCC league, basically. How many fans come to watch the TCC and all of these smaller leagues? We need...
Modo,
how much does it cost to run an NPFL club?
Modo,
guess how much?
Modo,
guess how much?
Is in the region of almost $1 billion.
Good. Who, as at now, aside from maybe Sporting Lagos owner, right? Ikorodu owner that has found an ingenious way to make it happen. Remo Stars, that is a billionaire and is on this space, right? Baba, how much does Sporting Lagos owner, how much has he told you that he has made from having that club?
Good.
How much has Remo Stars owner said?
And that is because you don't have business people running the league.
No, wrong.
It is true.
Bro, Remo Stars and Sporting Lagos for a fact are run by business people from the private sector.
I'm not talking of the clubs. I'm saying the league itself. The structure of the league is not run by business people.
If Remo Stars as a club has made £1, Beyond Limit has made $1 billion.
Okay,
in terms of the comparison,
so why are they not making money from the league? Why are they not making money through the league?
The point is, Beyond Limit is not concerned, it's not playing your league.
Oh, Modo,
Beyond Limit
answer my question.
Beyond Limit,
why can't they make money
Beyond
through
Limit
the league?
is focused on talent development to sell, not to funnel through the league. Talent development and sell you out ab initio. There was funding made available for the Beyond Limit project. Those boys there eat 5 times a day. Those boys
answer the question.
There's no boys, they have their life and their entire career curated for them. Funding is available to make that happen. In the league,
that's a business for an individual, not the league.
In the league at this moment, right? The biggest money spinner for any league is your broadcast right. Right, your broadcast right.
So why they not? Why is it not working?
It's not valuable.
Why is it not working?
Unless people want to see the product.
What is possible?
It starts with your.
Why are people not interested?
You get bro. So
what is possible to say things that I don't want to say?
No, you can't see.
No, because if I say it, I'm going to ask you.
Bro,
who's your source?
Bro,
that's the next question. Who's your source?
It is a comedy of errors, right? Yeah. Listen. Example, I just told you now that the former board of 3SC, how much did they do to bring the fans? We didn't have the adverts, we didn't have the fan engagement. The fans just kept coming. The fans just liked the club. They just liked the club and they kept coming.
But do you know that?
If those fans, however, stopped coming 3 seasons ago, before this new board, for example.
The fans were not coming because of the product. The fans were
not because now they are club, community relations.
Yes, heritage.
Heritage. Exactly what I mean.
Yes, you have about 20 teams in the NPFL.
Yeah.
How many teams would you say can produce that community value? A lot of states.
And the demographic has changed. Don't forget.
And you also look at the generation that we
have.
Yes.
It is very different from back then.
Yeah.
Now you have a lot of sources.
There's
your phone. There's the Premier League. There's the Serie
A. So for me to leave Arsenal, the value of football.
Not even Arsenal. For me to leave Jennifer and Funke Akindele and the movie that I'm seeing on YouTube, to go and watch, pay money to go and watch Abia Warriors. Then you have to make it what I am seeing,
what I'm watching wants me to come back. It's not about CSR,
right? Sporting Lagos did something.
Yeah.
When Sporting Lagos came in to the space, right? Shola made his announcement video and he said that they want to invest in Nigerian football. And Sporting Lagos came in with a new crop of fans. Those fans from 2022, 2023, a lot of them are still the core of the fan base. There are more fans when people are coming, they are buying the message, right? But a lot of them are still the core of the fan base, right? You get so that's a little example of community relations. It's just that they did not necessarily adopt the club at that point.
But it's not sustainable.
Guys, you know what?
So what I mean, they adopted it because of the owner at that
guys,
point.
You know what?
At the end of the day, the only thing that can keep fans, the only thing that can keep people from
is the quality of football.
Is the quality of football.
No, I think, see, example, just like back to what I said from the very beginning. Right?
Yeah.
The quality of football will never will never be as high quality as you want it when everybody that made a good effort for one season is in a hurry to leave. The only way this can work is if we have enough funding locally for this club, for players to be able to be paid a decent wage.
Zambian league, so to retain them, Abi.
Zambian
to retain your best players.
Zambian league that beat us. Almost a lot of players there, if not me, probably all end better than top players that we have here. So it's normal.
You have a point there in funding.
Sorry, how many teams are in the Zambian Premier League? I don't think they're up to 20.
No, I don't think so. So regardless of whatever opinions we have, I don't want us to drag this too much. Modo will help us. Modo, you have to help us. We need a footballer or ex-NPFL player on set with us one of these days. Or probably an administrator. Thank you very much. On set. So we can have a holistic conversation. You've done your bit to try and give us angles that
ex-NPFL footballer, right?
The ordinary fan cannot understand.
I will make it better.
Okay.
I'll get you a marketing comms person around the league.
Okay.
I'll get you a current or ex-player.
Okay.
And then I'll try to see if we can engage an administrator to come and have this talk. But I can tell you from this beginning where it's going to end. It's going to end at realizing that the money to create the changes we want is not available. And the only way to be available is either the government opens the door to the treasury and says, come and take and wage an information war against empty stadiums and fans not being interested, or we preach to the fans and the fans decide to come.
I think government will fail because, again, government is not in the business of making money. Do you get? Modo, relax now. Wait now.
The sports industry in Nigeria is
Modo.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Let me talk now, Modo. I'm going somewhere.
Government may not need to be in the business of making money, but if they make this sports sector work, it can employ directly more than 100,000 people, indirectly more than 2 million.
Modo, me now. Make I talk now. Here's where I'm going to.
Budget, baby.
Yes, where I'm going to. You look at England is the most popular league, Abi, the English Premier League. Now, what the government does is not funding.
What do they do?
What the government does is not administration.
Yes.
What the government does is to provide facility and framework. Then they oversee. What the Premier League itself, because the Premier League is an independent body with affiliation to the FA. The Premier League, the clubs, the 20 clubs, come together and they employ the service of a private administrator. The administrator is in charge of running the league. You look at Nigeria, and Nigeria is a very peculiar country. The moment the government opens its purse to plunge money in the league, you know what will happen, Modo?
Tell me.
You know what will happen?
Tell me. They will siphon them, bro. Let me shock you. The government of the UK in the 80s and the 90s invested in a football fund. No, hold on, wait. In a football fund that provided funding for clubs to grow.
No, it did not work. That was why you had a lot of hooliganism. You had English. It didn't work.
The Premier League from '92, when
they had to rebrand,
they created a body.
Yes.
Where they started calling themselves the best league in the world. Yes. Where they were nowhere close to it. They started working towards that ambition. The
government gave them guidelines that this is your stadium for hooliganism. They have a party.
What the government also did was subsidize Sky.
Yes.
From the amount of money that we play for.
Is that funding?
No.
It's not direct funding.
Hold on. Is that funding?
That's not direct funding.
Modo, it's not direct
funding.
Sorry.
What I'm telling you
is, asking the government in all the things
I said. They should open
and wage a campaign against empty stands,
they go
empty stadium. I don't mean carry money. I don't mean carry money and give Eyimba.
It's not going to work.
But let me tell you
everywhere the Premier League, everywhere football has grown. At one point or the other, there was a pivotal moment when government said, "Come and collect money and help you grow."
Modo, you know why this is not going to work in Nigeria? Because there are several priorities that the government would rather spend money on, where they will receive value in terms of whatever it is they are trying to achieve.
Yes, now football is luxury.
Because at this moment, the government of the day, sadly, have not still realized that football is not CSR. Football is an economic starter that can employ and create money for over 10 million people directly and indirectly.
My final thoughts on this.
That is why I am begging Ned Nwoko and others in my community, and Ned Nwoko, my House of Assembly member, Honorable Mobi. I'm begging our House of Rep member and all of them. That's why I'm begging them that the stadium that James Ibori started to build in year 2000, 2001. I'm begging them now in 2026 that please help us beg the governor in power now or whatever to bring funding and complete it, because we think sports is a CSR. And that's what I say. I have been to the house Victor Osimhen grew up in. The house where Victor Osimhen, in Papa, in Mama, and 6 people grow up. No pass Edwin from where the television day to where this our camera one, they end them like that. They were in that house, and football has changed the story of that entire generation. Brother, football is not meant to be a CSR.
We agree with you in part.
It's a what thing?
That's not a Nigerian thing.
So when you know that football has that power, not football. That's an insult. When we know that sports has that power, we have to invest in sports, not from the prism of a CSR or government helping, but as an economic stimulant.
Where you are much more likely to get out of that situation through university, through going to school and becoming a banker. Through going to school and becoming a doctor.
Let me say this.
This going go long.
Wait.
It go long.
Okay, let's end it here.
Let us end it. It go long.
Here's what I think.
It go long.
I think this current structure of sports in Nigeria, let me narrow it down to football, is like this because people are benefiting from it and they don't want it to be good. That's my own. That is what I think. This current structure, the way this football is, the way the league is being run, there are some people, they are in the minority, but they have a vested interest in this league, and the only reason why it is like this is because they are profiting from it.
Last words for me on this topic. Okay. Listen, if the Nigerian football or the Nigerian sports you want to see, right, the only way to get it, to have a stake in insisting it happens, is if as a community, your community adopts the local sport, the local athlete, the local football club in your place. Show people that little club matters to you guys, and you automatically raise their marketing and social profile, and that ensures that they can grow financially, they can grow economically, and invariably positively impact that community. Okay. The football you see in the Premier League or whatever they heck you and you see it is see, if today Blackburn relegate, their stadium is still full. Community relation, whether they lose 6-0, people are still going to come. The community has adopted those people as their club. Will there be a few people that don't attend? Definitely. But majority will still be there. We need to adopt our sporting entities and sports figures and raise them marketing and economically wise to ensure that the people people that are looking for where to spend their money on advertisement and publicity know that this is where my money can be spent.
All right. Like you said, we can let's just pause it here.
Let us just pause it. And for national,
you guys just leave a comment. Let us know what you think. From Arsenal being boring to Pep Guardiola running the scores at Manchester City. Bankole didn't want to say it, but he almost called him a checkbook manager. And of course, to the current state of sports in Nigeria, not just football in Nigeria. Leave a comment, and I think we should start taking feedbacks.
Definitely.
Probably one of these days we'll do a Q&A.
Sure, definitely.
You can also drop questions if you have questions.
Director, arrange a call-in session. Maybe we'll just do a live session one of these days.
Yeah, one of these days we'll do a live
so that we can
session.
engage directly with people.
All right. All right, guys. Shout out to our cameramen. We have new men and women. Shout out to I mean, everybody can just come in, guys. Come in. Come in. Let's use camera one. Come in. Let's see your faces. Come in, real quick. Come in.
Somto, come. Let's see your face. Jide, come here fast. Come. No, leave that camera. We'll use this one. Just come in real quick. Come in. Just show face true. Just show face in front of the camera. Perfect. We have Jide.
Yeah.
That camera, you just go lower. And we have Jide. We have Truth. We have Lanre.
Somto.
We have Somto.
Yeah,
we
go. All right, guys. This is the team. I'm sure you're having fun with us. The next, we're coming with another explosive one.
Yeah.
Modo is not going to be around. There's a way he comes in and he just takes off. We plan to do this for about 45 minutes. And we've gone
about 1 hour.
1 hour plus. 1 hour. But it's all good. It's coming. Hey, Modo didn't give us his AFCON experience.
Next time I'm on the show.
Next time. All right, guys. Remember to follow us. We also have a dedicated social media page.
Yeah, sure. Tribal football on our platform.
The handles are showing on your screen. So follow us, engage us, and spread the word. Tribal football has come here to stay. We have come to take over. No shere. Arsenal fans, don't mind me. Arsenal is not boring. I love Arsenal. I love Man City. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.